Hi, we're going to show you, or I'm going to show you how to get the 5 number summary for our box plots on your calculator. Okay, so first, if we have small sets of data, 10, 12, maybe even 15, we don't need to do this, okay? You certainly can if you want to, if you're afraid you're going to be inaccurate or you might not get the data in order, however that works. But definitely with these larger sets of data, highly recommend doing this way because it's going to be very difficult to put large sets of data in order or kind of be accurate on those. Okay, so here we go. Now this is in your packet. The instructions are here on paper, but I'm going to walk you through it. So first of all, this first statement says, we're going to put your data list or your data into list 1. So if you have a calculator, okay, then we do stat and then edit. Okay. And then that's how, of course, we have our lists here. So I went ahead and I've already put all that data in there. Now, if you do not have this calculator and you need to get one on your phone, so for Android users, there's apps out there that definitely that look exactly like the TI-84 calculator. But for the iPhone, not so much. We do not have one that is put out by Texas Instruments that looks exactly like it. But this one is free. It's called Graphing Calculator X84. Okay, and it is, like I said, it is free and it looks almost just like it, not exactly. All of the key punches are the same, so you're going to get all the things that I tell you to punch in. It's going to look exactly the same as it does on the regular calculator, and it's going to look like what I'm showing you. Okay, so download that if you need that on your phone. So let's do this. Here we go. So I've got my data in there. And then, of course, our instructions here had said that what we need to do is, let's see. So the instructions said, once you do that, then we're going to go to Stat again, and then we're going to arrow over. So see, I'm going to go to the Calculation tab instead of this Edit tab. So Stat and then arrow over to Calc. So that looks like this. Stat and arrow to the right so that I get this Calc tab. So arrow to calc, okay? And we just have one list. So we want to do this one variable statistics. So that's how we hit enter. And that's how we get that one variable statistics. Now, you may then, if you have an older operating system, then this window does not appear. It just goes straight to putting it on the home screen of your data. If this menu appears, then you have a newer operating system, and we have our information in list 1, and so that should be the default for everybody. We are not going to mess with this frequency right now, not until much later in the year, so we're just going to arrow on down to calculate and hit enter, and then that will come up with the big menu of a lot of things. Okay, and so here's what this says here. Once you get this menu, all of this top information has to do with the mean and with standard deviation and all these sum of squares and stuff. All those 1, 2, 3, all those first 5 things we do not need. So you're going to arrow down. So what this looks like on your calculator is you then just, I'm going to then push the arrow down, and in tells me how many pieces of data there were. Okay, so I might go count my data and make sure that I had 29 pieces of data to make sure that that's what was in there. See, that's a problem because look, is there not 30 pieces of data? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 3. Okay, so I bet that I have this wrong. I'm going to keep going even though I have it wrong, but that's a good way to check yourself. So I can tell with n equals 29, I was supposed to have 30 pieces of data. So I've done something wrong here. All right. And then look what you have below. Minimum is 7. This is a wrong Q1 and a median. All mine are wrong because I only have 29 pieces of data. Now, if you find that, I'm going to go back to fix it. I'm going to go back here to Stat Edit, and I'm just going to go look and observe this list and see if I can figure out what I did wrong, okay? And then I'll recalculate. But if you did it correctly, then here is the 5-number summary that you end up getting. The min is 7, Q1 shows up as 30, the median was 46.5, Q3 is 77, and then there's your max. Okay, so that is much easier for large data sets to use your calculator for that. Okay. So there's how you do that in your calculator. And like I said, if you need that app on your iPhone, then now you know the one to get for that. Okie dokie, hope that helped.